Welcome back to another Wednesday. Disclaimer, this video is pre-recorded. Now, getting that out of the way, here we have Iron, not Mike Tyson, but Iron Tigran Petrosian. And although both of these guys have got their nicknames starting with Iron, Petrosian is not necessarily a knockout artist. He's more like a Muhammad Ali, tiring you down, and by the end of the 10th, 12th round, he's gonna dodge all your punches, and then he's just gonna beat you, right? And Botvinnik, the aging champ, well, maybe Father Time finally caught up to him. And without further ado, let's start game number 5 of this beautiful match. It's obviously the 1963 World Chess Championship. Petrosian has the white pieces. He's trying to come back. Botvinnik is one up. He won game number 1. And now, well, he's just going to play a Grunfeld. Botvinnik actually is going to play Grunfeld. But we have what I've called, and I will always call, the chill variation. Full split, it's equal, it's 0-0. You take. The only thing that white has is this this isolated pawn, slight weakness that black has, but it's not so easy to exploit as you like. Like here, for example, an aggressive line is knight g5. You get to e8, and now you come back to e4. I mean, that's the most aggressive line that you get here. Basically, forces you to trade. Now you attack this. b6 is forced, and now you can go rook b1, kind of play like that. But I mean, if this is the most aggressive line, how can you expect that? But that's why Petrosian was called Iron Tigran, because he would play these really solid lines. And 95 line happens kind of like the same. The rooks are getting traded, and okay, b6, kind of like what I showed. Bishop to b2. Now you would be happy if your opponent took this pawn, rook e1, knight b4. Now you just take this pawn, and you may lose this pawn as well. But now after bishop takes, pawn takes, well, rook b7, and you are gonna get the longer end of the stick. I don't know if that's an expression here, but in a way, black can either choose to do, well, that you cannot do that, it's work, but black can either choose to defend this and then lose the pawn, or he can choose to keep on defending this pawn, but he's going to lose the pawn like this. It's going to be a 4-on-3. It's not going to be crazy winning, but it's just going to be a position that you can grind out. So, of course, Botvinnik saw that and he said, okay, I don't want to go into something like that. Knight b5. Keep pieces on the board, keep chances alive. Rook c8. Who knows? Maybe I'm going to be the one that's going to push the pawn. So, b4, c4. Right. You obviously cannot take. The c4 is a no-brainer. The pawn was pressured by a whole lot of pieces. Now b5. And basically, Petrosian denies black any support with the pawn chain, which is a good thing. Now this pawn becomes isolated, right? It's not truly isolated, but it's practically isolated. And yes, you might look at it and say, okay, maybe I'm going to be able to sacrifice this pawn and then play in a drawn endgame. So Botvinnik brings in the king, right? And now bishop a3 attacks the rook, and he gets the bishop for the knight. And you might look at this and say, well, we got pawns on both sides, so technically, right, black should be at least okay in this variation, right? I mean, he cannot really lose that. You have a knight b4. And you're going to quickly see that everything seems fine, but it's not. Bishop goes back, and he has to defend this pawn, but king d3. And in a king and pawn endgame, I'm winning, so I'm going to give you a check. But the king comes off the board. And all of a sudden, rook d1, you lose your pawn, and that's it. That's it. You take this one, king d4. And yes, you could take this one, the rook c7. And you lose this, you lose that. Knight comes in, your king is stuck, you're getting almost checkmated. a bad position. What did Botvinnik do wrong? I mean, it seems like he was doing everything fine. Bishop before trying to stop everything from happening, but if he moves, there's no more checks. You can give this check, but he moves to f6. How are you exactly stopping this? Look at this king. You cannot move your rook now. Might as well try to make some room for your king. No, not so fast. Stop you there. King comes back, and there's nothing he can do. Rook e6 attacks the bishop. Give it check. You try to win that. You pin. You try to go for the knight check. That's stopped. You attack the pawn. You try to give a check, and now Botvinnik resigns. Because if you give him another check, I'm just gonna take the pawn, right? That's winning. And if you're not gonna do that, what are you gonna do? Play h5? Okay. So I'm just gonna take this pawn. Play a6. Just gonna take this one. Trying to do that. I'm just gonna take this one. What did Botvinnik actually do wrong in this game? It seems like he played everything all right. He just got outplayed by Petrosian. I don't really think there's a moment where he could have actually just saved the game. It was slowly a better position. Like maybe here, rook d8 check. Maybe you could have tried rook d2 as an alternative. Now trying to say that if this happens, you're never stopping the promotion, and then king b3, and then maybe trying to play rook d1 now with the tempo up. It's really weird. It's really weird. Right, king takes, but that's not really any different than what was done in the game. Sometimes you just get outplayed. And yeah, Petrosian won another game, and then he was up on game, and then here came game number 14. Botvinnik tried something quite interesting. I mean, at least I find it interesting. He plays this guy will decline the Charusek variation. Don't get me with the pronunciations, please. But basically, he plays this g4 line here and h3. And this is a really nice way to play shadow the bishop. Has been played, definitely not too crazy, but just a nice line that's less chill than the normal Queen's Gambit decline. And c5, and now Petrosian, right? He keeps some chances alive. c5, obviously, kind of like a provocative move, not too provocative, but also not like c6. And I'm hinting at something. You're gonna see in a second. Castles, king g2, and Botvinnik set up like this, right? So now he has two plans. Either he completely destroys Petrosian's king, or we have capture, or he outplays him positionally, which is insanely hard to do. I mean, it's not easy to outperform Petrosian when it comes to positional ideas. Okay, then it comes back to f6, and now you guys try to say, oh, g5, and then the knight is forced to move, knight h5, and now I become a pawn, and well, I should be winning here, right? Bishop to g3 maybe? Yeah, we lose this pawn, and these two pawns here are not of the same value. Knight is threatening to come here. This is not great for white. So therefore, Botvinnik played f3. It's a sensible move. Petrosian just went to c8. Again, g5 is still not a threat for the same reasons. You take it now. If you move, maybe I even take the bishop first. Right, so still the same reasons. So bishop e5, he's gonna try to attempt it a different way. So finally, we have bishop e6. And now again, this will not be favorable. You can take this, yes, bishop back to g3, but we take. And once again, you lose a pawn. So I'm just saying, right? It's not that easy to say, oh, I have this, I'm gonna take. You have to take all these things into consideration. So Botvinnik plays rook e8, rook a1. Bishop takes on e5, rook takes on e5, because again, if you take the pawn, you might look at this and say, I got you there. Yeah, you got me, but I also got you with this pin. Okay, e takes on f6, queen takes on f6, you take your check. Yes, you get everything that you ever want. Maybe even something better. But you come back and take, and Now if you take, well, I take. So it's again, it's not the equal trade. Black always gets something in return for his pawn. So with e5, Botvinnik tries to keep it going. Now finally Petrosian basically sits, kind of saying, okay, over. No more pressure here. Let's play the game somewhere else. And he tries that. He tries to go back with the knight, reroute his knight, and maybe put the knight on c4. Doubling the rooks, sensible idea, and now we have the following trade. Well, this bishop now is not really the most valuable bishop, let's be honest, right? That's why Botvinnik traded, because you're not really going to get any more pressure here. You're not really going to play h4, h5 ever successfully, so might as well just trade the bishop for the annoying knight. And now, set up your pieces in a way, kick out the rook, bring in the knight, threatening to go here, now reroute the knight, and f6 stops, I want to say, to a beautiful square, but still h4. And now, what are we going to do as black? h5 is coming, and it's going to be quite the weakening. Knight f4 is coming, and it's going to be an attack. Doubling up the rooks again, maybe. So bishop goes back, right? Trying to prevent all of these threats. But you trade the, and now, bringing the queen, g5. So not h5, right, because the bishop guards that, but g5. If you take, now I have knight e5. So as we have seen with this pawn moves, once a pawn moves, it weakens the square behind. Always. It doesn't matter if it's a good capture, it doesn't matter if you win a rook, it always weakens the square. It doesn't matter if it's irrelevant, the weakening of the square, but it's a fact. And in this case, it's actually pretty bad. So that's why bishop e6 is played. Right? And now knight f4. Bishop back to f7. It was attacked. Knight back. We're not going to get a draw. G takes on f6. And now Botvinnik just takes Petrosian into a better endgame. He just lost an endgame. But now it's his time to come back. Petrosian tries to keep his bishop. But just like we saw in the other game, the king is the MVP. The king is the real MVP. He's just going to bring in his king. Will force a trade, because now if you move the rook, like here, if you move the rook, now you can just come in check, e6, rook e2, right? Because that check doesn't really matter. Check doesn't really matter, right? So we have a trade, and now Botvinnik is up a pawn, but not only up any pawn, he's up a passed pawn on the third rank, and he's ready to push. A nice move f4, stopping the push of the h pawn, and now it's OGG's. Petrosian resigned, because here, even if you go for something like this is a queenie, and if you try to move here, now e7, you just block the check. Really beautiful game by Botvinnik. It's level. This game had so many draws. Almost more draws than Fabiano and Carson 2018. Okay. Jokes aside, when you're fighting such an uphill battle, once you are actually level, because that's why Botvinnik had to do. He had to equalize the score, and he was fighting his way up, and finally got there on the same level as Petrosian. And then Petrosian simply took the lead again, and this time Petrosian took it definitively. Game number 18, Botvinnik has the white pieces, and I chose this to show these games because look at this. You have almost the same setup. I mean, if we go back to the beginning of the game, let's just see both the games. It's right. It's that. It's the same position. It's the same position. Okay, then if you but look at the big difference. Look at the big difference. In this position, Petrosian played c5. Meanwhile, right, that's game number 14. Meanwhile, in game number 18, Petrosian plays knight e6. And now it's a completely different deal. Different approach and different results. b2, knight c4. df1. Botvinnik plays essentially the same setup, right? But Petrosian, look at the way he alters his setup. Look at that. He doesn't go for this. He goes instead for the knight in the center, keep all the pieces together, and try to fight. And now, Botvinnik's his whole deal in playing this opening is the fact that he's gonna get the move e4 at one point. Until then, okay, king g2, knight g7, f3. You wanna stop white or black from having any sort of activation squares. But as I said, you wanna play e4. And the longer you delay e4, the more time you give to your opponent. I mean, what is Petrosian actually doing? Like, look at this. The queen is, for now, kind of dubiously placed here. Okay, the knight is gonna move here. You might have a target here in the future, but it's no worries. I mean, you're not really gonna sacrifice 2 pawns for a check. E4, it's just the move. The position calls for it. I mean, if I had this position, I would play e4 without looking at the board. I would lose the game in 5 moves afterwards, but I would play this move e4. Because what is white gonna play? What is black gonna play? He's not gonna take this pawn. I mean, just f takes, for example, and you just threaten to push. And the thing is, you're safe. Knight f6 doesn't do anything. By the way, don't go e5. That might be a little bit dubious, because now knight e5, and if you take, it's not gonna be the most pleasant position. But here, you don't have to rush. This is not hanging. This is not that bad of a threat. You can just play rook f1, for example. And no one in their right mind would do this. Or this, right? Nobody would do this. I can promise you. And if they're gonna do it, it's just easy game. This is not a real threat. H3. You don't have enough pieces to attack me here. It's simply just impossible to get anything. F5, you're gonna force your way in. You should be cool when I kick you out, and that's it. But Botvinnik tried to make sure his position was perfect before striking. But in doing so, he allowed Petrosian to put his pieces in a more harmonious position. And again, I mean, h4, e4, a4, all of these moves look nice. Okay, he plays a4, now a5, okay, Petrosian is going to stop that. Bishop goes back, knight f4, okay, this is understandable. But now, why not e4 again? I think Botvinnik was scared of something here. He had to be scared, because if he takes, now knight takes, and this is an immense threat. This is an immense threat. You're forced to go on castles, you lose this, game over, right? But he would not have taken, of course, Petrosian. He would have played something like h5, go for counterplay. e5, there's no counterplay here. Bishop e4. I mean, worst case scenario, this is a pretty idiotic. Don't do that. But worst case scenario, you get a little bit of fun out of attacking your opponent, and then maybe move the knight. But the simplest way is just maybe go back to the knight, maybe reroute the knight. You gotta do something. But Botvinnik hesitated so much. He went back to the knight. He made sure this would not come h5, and still maybe e4, and you would have some sort of position. Bishop e2. Bishop comes back. And now, all of a sudden, it's too late. It's too late to play e5. e4. I've been saying e5 in the whole time. e4, I want to say. Because now, after captures, there's no more knight to capture after all pawn captures. And now, you see black has everything that you could have wished for. Knight g6, the knight comes in, and you don't really have anything better. So instead, Botvinnik now realizing he cannot ever play e4 anymore, he tries to switch gears and look for something better, but he doesn't really have anything else better. He can only reroute his bishops, go back with the king, and now finally play e4. But the moment that this move comes, it's not what it used to be. And okay, Botvinnik gets his rook activated, but now he's actually on the back foot, because these pawns are some hanging pawns. Petrosian attacks one of them, the knight is forced back, knight comes in, knight reroutes, stopping knight at 4. Good. But you see, Botvinnik is starting to respond to Petrosian's threats now. It's not the other way around, as it used to be. Bishop is stuck defending the pawn. Bishop is kind of bad. The rook is attacking that pawn, but the knight defends it quite perfect. Rook d7, bishop c2. Okay, you want to advance something here, maybe strike in a way. e5 will never work, but just bishop back and c5. You can never take. This is hanging. d5. But now knight e5, and everything is stopped. You have no plan here. Rook f1. Right, if you play knight e1, you can reroute again. But I think Botvinnik at this point was just tired, and he played rook f1, bishop g6, and I think he basically said, look, I'm gonna attack you here. That doesn't really work. And now after knight e6, he was like, okay, knight f5, we're just gonna go for a trade, and okay, this is probably drawing. Not so fast, says Petrosian. You might be tired, but I'm just working up. c4. Rook b1 now, trying to stop the aggressive c takes knight check. b5. And now b4, you try to maybe make something happen here if he takes a5, but it's impossible. c3 check. And the takedown is swift. We have check, knight check, and knight to a3. And basically this is resignable as you lose every last bit of hope. I mean, just look at this thing. This thing is definitely not fitting well with all of the squares that are being controlled around it. And now knight takes on b5, and this is just a pass pawn. You pick up another pawn. You attack the rook. That's cute, but it's over. The moment the knight moves, the knight comes into f4. This is a threat. Whichever the square the knight chooses is probably GG. King b1. You lose this pawn. The position is so bad, and yeah, I think it's just at this point it was kind of psychological. Why was e4 never played? You ask me. Why was e4 not played here? I don't know. So yeah, well, then maybe he just was at this point too old and too tired for such a match. He showed glimpses of his former self. And maybe young Botvinnik could have taken down prime Petrosian. I mean, the prime Botvinnik points. But that's a discussion, what ifs, and maybe we're going to do some other videos like that in the future. And this is actually the last time we're gonna see Botvinnik in such a match. So this is our final goodbyes to Botvinnik, the world champion. He had 3 reigns. He was a 5-time. I mean, you gotta give him credit. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you all in the next one. Kowalsky.